Hi guys, and welcome to On the Menu with me, Caroline. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make these prawn tacos. Now, they're not a traditional recipe or anything like that. I've just made it on my own basis and my own personal tastes. So do what you will with this recipe. Obviously you guys can modify it to however you would like and add additional ingredients or take away some also. But I hope you enjoy. Let's get started with the recipe. Right then people, I'm going to take juice of half a lime. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like margaritas, and margaritas are my favourite cocktail. So I'm going to take half a lime. What I'm going to do first is take these prawns and wash them up. Now I bought these today. Give them a little rinse in some cold water. So now that you've given it a slight rinse out, I'm going to take the lime and then I'm going to squeeze a little bit of juice on. Again, rinse them. I'm going to leave them to soak for about 5 minutes. As the prawns are soaking, I'm just going to wash up some veg to make coleslaw. As I'm not making guacamole fresh, I'm going to make some coleslaw instead. So starting off with 2 carrots, and I'm also going to be chopping up some cabbage too. Now you can chop up your cabbage as finely as you want. And I'm just going to eyeball this and make enough for today and tomorrow. A couple servings. Now I think if my friend saw how choppy this was, she would have a go at me. But it's okay. Now I'm just going to place it into the bowl. So we're going to wash the veg as well, washing the cabbage. Then I'm going to wash up some spring onions. I'm going to wash up 1 big spring onion and some chives. And I'm also going to be washing up some coriander for the prawns. Here I've got 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm going to use some Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to use a teaspoon of Old Bay. So that's 4 of these quarters. Then I'm going to take some tahini and do ½ teaspoon if it's going to come out. Then I'm going to take some Cajun seasoning, do ½ teaspoon of this. You know what, I'm going to mix it with that too. Now you can use whatever seasonings you like. You can use paprika, garlic granules, garlic powder, chili flakes, all of that. I'm also going to take some of that coriander. Get rid of the stems. Mince it up finely and add to the prawns as well. Just going to cover this in cling film and then let it sit in the fridge for 2 hours. And don't forget to clean your countertops and your sink in between if you're going to be washing fish and meat. Now we're going to get started with the coleslaw, taking the end off the carrots. Then we shall be grating it. Grate it as finely as you want or as thick as you want. I think I'm going to go for the thicker setting just because it's quicker. So once that is done, I'm going to take a paper towel, double lined, and I'm going to pop the carrot into the bowl. And we're going to squeeze out the juices. The carrots hold quite a bit of moisture, a bit of water. We kind of like want to get rid of some of that because we don't want the coleslaw going all soggy. So I'm going to squeeze this out into the sink and then I'm going to pop it back into the bowl. So I've got the cabbage, spring onion and chives and coriander draining now. I'm going to let the cabbage just sit for a bit. But whilst that is happening, I'm going to slice the spring onion and also the chives. Only the veg was cut up on here, so it's fine for me to use again. Starting off with spring onion, taking off Now this again can be as fine as you want it to be, or as chunky as you want it to be. Depends on how much onion flavour you like. When I was in food tech at school though, everyone left this part of the onion, like even more of it. They just used the green tips and then they would just chuck away the rest of the green onion. And I was just like absolutely flabbergasted because I didn't know like what other people did. And you know, like some people would bush up their dishes differently too. Anyways, so I'm done now with my spring onion. That's how much I normally leave rather than like a huge chunk. Right, and then we're going to chop up some of the chives as well. I think I'll use half for the coleslaw and I'll use half for the prawns. So what I'm going to do is take the coleslaw bowl and I'm going to whack. I tried to do that. Right, I'm going to take this spring onion and chives into the carrots. Now I'm going to do the rest of the chives. You can obviously just use scissors. So now I've got my favourite mayonnaise. This is the Heinz Seriously Good mayonnaise. Now this is not going to be a low calorie recipe. I mean, you could swap it out for your Greek yogurt or low calorie mayonnaise if you really wanted to. But today we're not skimping out. I'm just going to mix that in. Now taking all of that carrot juice out kind of helps to keep the mayonnaise less watery, because if you leave it in the fridge for a couple of days, you can start to see water with homemade coleslaw. Then I'm going to crack some pepper into this. We've got a mixture of white and black pepper. You can add raisins to this, you can add apple to this, however, whatever you want, add into this, even coriander. Right, gonna add the cabbage in slowly. I probably picked a small mixing bowl for this, but hey, it's okay. I always do this. Yeah, so gonna mix in the cabbage with this. That will be the coleslaw done. And you can add more mayo, add more yogurt, whatever to this. It all depends on how you like your coleslaw. So I got some of these from Asda. These are some crispy tempura battered haddock goujons. Gonna place that into the air fryer for however long, and then we'll have these as a taco option as well. I'm gonna heat those up. Whilst they're heating up, I'm gonna make some nachos as well. Got the nachos now underneath. Now I'm gonna get a pan heating up on a high heat, and we've got the prawns already and marinated from earlier. Right, so once you've got the pan all heated up, I'm gonna turn it down to medium heat and just sizzle in some butter. I've got about a tablespoon here. Also gonna add a little bit of oil as well, just so the butter doesn't burn. And using the butter will make the prawns quite creamy. Okay, it's time to add the prawns. I almost forgot, I've got the chives from earlier as well, gonna add those in. Now we're just gonna cook the prawns off. Look, they're already turning pink. How quick was that? You're gonna saute these until they're cooked through. Oh gosh, guys, I forgot to add in some minced garlic, but if you really wanted to, add in some garlic for some extra flavour. And whilst this is heating, I've also warmed up the tortilla wraps. Now these are really, really simple, basic nachos. Just some salsa, cheese and some jalapenos. And then we've got the fish goujons also. Got some spicy salsa, got some tomatoes, jalapenos, got the coleslaw, and then we've also got some diced red onion, and here are the prawns. What you can do also is just squeeze some lime onto the prawns. Now, if you wanted to, you could also add some grated cheese onto your tacos as well. Got the tortilla wraps as well. Start off with some coleslaw. Then I'm going to grab some onions. Then some tomatoes. And then I'm cheating here, I've got some ready-made dips. So I'm going to put on some guacamole. Oh, and some sour cream as well. And there we have it, my non-traditional king prawn taco recipe. I hope you enjoyed, and of course you can adjust this recipe to however you like your tacos, seasonings and things like that. Add cumin, add different spices, add a little bit something.